So in this video on chemistry, we are going to discuss a little bit more about the composition of matter. Now we know that matter exists in three states, the three classical states, that is solid, liquid, and gas. Now substances can be divided into many small portions. A substance can be divided into the smallest substance that still has properties of the original, bigger substance. Now, at this point of time, if this small substance is made up of only one kind of atom, so let me put here one kind of atom, that substance is known as an element. So basically, elements are substances which can be broken down into smaller parts, but all of those parts are having only one kind of atom. On the other hand, if that can be broken down into more than one type of atom, that falls under the category of a mixture or a compound. Now, what about a mixture or a compound? If you can separate them into its components, if you can separate this into the components, let's say the mixture is made up of A, B, and C. And out of that, you can say that, okay, this is A, this is component B, this is component C. If you can separate the components, that is known as a mixture. If you can't separate, if you break a compound into let's say 1,000,000 parts, and each part still has the same proportion of A, B, C. You just get little blocks of ABC, ABC, ABC. That is known as a compound. And this is actually something that you already might have done. If the component is an atom, one atom or one kind of atom, that substance is known as an element. And if there are molecules, which are nothing but groups of atoms, maybe 2 atoms together, or 3 different atoms together, 4 different atoms together, that can give rise to either a compound or a mixture. If you can separate them into the components, it's a mixture. If you cannot separate, and you just get different molecules, it's a compound. Now, compounds are usually of one type, but mixture, on the other hand, is of further 2 types. Is the mixture uniform? If yes, the mixture is uniform, we call it a homogeneous mixture. If it is not uniform, for example wood, or for example blood, that is heterogeneous mixture. Example of this, let's take example of blood. Example of a uniform mixture, let's take sugar dissolved in water, or air, for example. So that is how you define substances. So basically, substances are either elements or they're present in groups. If they're present in groups, they can either be compounds or they can be mixtures. If they're uniform, they are known as homogeneous mixtures. If they're not uniform, they are called heterogeneous mixtures. Is a very important law, which is a law of definite composition or proportions. Law of definite composition or proportion. This basically means that compounds are made by combining atoms of 2 or more different elements in a particular definite ratio or a definite proportion. That is what the law of definite composition states. Mixtures, however, they can vary in composition, but compounds, they always have a law of definite composition, so this law applies only to compounds, not to mixtures. And that is all that we will be covering in this video. And the next video is going to be based on the properties and the changes, which can be divided into either physical or chemical. So thank you so much for watching this video.